Charles sits on the damp, cold sand, the place he spends most of his time, staring at the ocean, longing for the day he could set out and explore the endless possibilities of the world. One day, Charles, one day we'll be out there, the goal in our hands, sailing back home to a parade calling out our name, congratulating us for our successful expedition, Erica said, sitting next to him, her arm on his back. Erica, you know I don't care about the parade and glory. I just need to help my family out. I need to get that gold, said Charles. Erica and Charles had been friends for years. From the first time they met, they just clicked, and they had been friends ever since. They both share the strong curiosity of wanting to know what's out in the world, along with craving the benefits. That's it. I've had enough of all this waiting around. We are not babies anymore, Charles. Let's sail off tonight, Erica says, standing up. You know I can't do that. My parents will never allow me. They say the moment I step foot into those waters, I will be gobbled up and swallowed whole by the monsters, said Charles. Forget them, Charles. This is your dream. Plus, they are not going to be crying when you're rich, Erica says as she props Charles up and practically shoves him in his hut to pack. Later that night, they hijacked a boat and set sail onto the open waters. The salty wind on his face, the slight ripple of crystal clear water, Charles was in his happy place. He was free and had no intentions of turning around. After several months of peaceful and safe sailing, Charles and Erica finally spot land. Erica, look, land! Finally! We are going to be rich, belted Charles. No, Charles, I'm going to be rich, Erica says. Greed had consumed her, and seconds later she is pushing him off the boat and sailing away, leaving him struggling to stay above the surface. Charles lays there, floating, and then everything goes black. The next thing Charles knows, he is waking up, washed up on the shore of the body of land, surrounded by Indians, he screams. Charles looks around to see he is surrounded by indigenous peoples he had never seen before, peoples who look different than him, people who are willing to help him get back home. We will build you a boat, they said, and that is exactly what they did. After weeks of learning, reflecting, and thinking, Charles was ready to sail home. The people who referred to themselves as the Lakota tribe had not only built Charles a boat, but they had taught him valuable skills and lessons on how to live and survive. Just as he was about to sail off, Charles hears a familiar voice. Aw, cute. It looks like you have made some new friends. Well, Charles, tell them to bow down to their new leader, because this is no longer theirs. Welcome to Erica. You can't take their land, Erica. They were here first, Charles says. Go away, Charles. We both know you are no match for me. Just let me deal with this, said Erica. Charles heard this, and even worse, he believed her. Charles had given up. He lay on the sand as Erica stole all of the stuff and land of the Lakota people. Get up and help these people, Charles told himself. However, as he looked around, he noticed they didn't need help. The Lakota peoples weren't in distress, quite the opposite. They were all sitting together, huddling around the fireplace. As long as we had our community and our connection with nature, we don't need some silly title or worthless gold, said a young Lakota girl. This was so inspiring to Charles. He went exploring to get his family rich, and he did just that. However, not how he thought he would. He is not coming home with gold, but with lessons. He will teach his family the way of the Lakota people. He will teach them how to live off the land with nature. When he got home, the word of his expedition and his findings spread, and more people started to explore the world and what it contained. Erica continued to colonize the globe and was joined by many more explorers. And as for Charles, he taught his family the ways of the Lakota people, and they lived a happy life without physical wealth, but with the wealth of nature and their love.